Hi there, it's Stacie Tatera, the Milwaukee medium, and today is Tuesday, September the 5th, and I'm going to be doing your weekly Angel Oracle card reading. I hope that everyone enjoyed their very long weekend, and I hope everyone had an opportunity to have a long weekend in one way or another. I also would like to, as we begin a new month, because it is September, to wish everybody who has a birthday in this month, I would like to wish you a very happy birthday to a lot of Virgos. While I'm shuffling the cards, I want to, as they really are kind of popping out, what I want to remind you is that tomorrow, Wednesday the 6th at 6:30 Central Time, I will be doing a live Facebook angel card reading for about an hour. Now, I always go over, but I set the goal of just talking for an hour and doing readings for that hour. I will, as always, try to do as many readings as I can. So if you're available and can pop on Facebook during that time, I would love to have you pop on and say hi. The other thing before I get started is Mercury goes direct today. We should see communications loosen up in a good way. We should see things moving forward, propelling forward, whereas they've been a little bit slow or stagnant. If you've been experiencing that, if you've not, then good for you. However, if you have, understand that Mercury should work in our favor as far as moving things forward for us. The full moon is tomorrow, and it's in Pisces, which is actually my birth sign, and it's pretty intense right now. There are a lot of people that I've talked to that are experiencing similar types of stuff, if you will, but I will encourage you to be sure and journal. Write your manifestation list. It's great burning ceremony nights these next few nights. If you have things you're done and you want to get rid of, you no longer want to deal with, relationships, issues, emotional, physical patterns, whatever that is, write it down, give it to God, and burn it and let it go. This is a great window of time to do that. So I wanted to remind you about that too. I actually did sit down and I journaled. And I wrote my list out, and I also did an automatic angel writing. So I had some time now that the kids are back to school where I could sit in my house and think. So at any rate, I was really called to use the Angels of Abundance card deck this week. It's a Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue deck, and they were calling to me several days ago. So the cards popped out while we were waiting, and so we'll see what the Angels of Abundance and that God energy has today. The first card is savings. This is interesting. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside funds. This is part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So the angels are reminding us this week, and this actually really applies to me this week too, because my husband and I have been talking about savings and those types of things in the last week or two. And I know a lot of other people are, it's that time of year to look at finances. It's the last quarter, which means we have Christmas coming, there are holidays, and people are trying to determine, how they're going to approach this part of the year. So the angels are telling you and reminding you to save. If you have the ability to save money, to have a nest egg, even if it's $15, $20 a week, it adds up. I'm really feeling too that it's like that nest egg that you have in case something does come up, that you're able to have that money available to you if needed. The other thing I'm getting too is that, oh gosh, I just lost the message, so hopefully it'll come back to me. But it was about savings, and it was about being diligent about doing that in order to help yourself feel more comfortable as you're moving through and making decisions, knowing that you have that savings set aside. I had another message. If it comes back, I will absolutely tell you what that is. Sometimes they come in and out so quickly. But it's important that we're being mindful and doing what we can to save our money. And whatever it is that looks like for you, you do your best. And that's all you can do. Moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. What's interesting is the last time I used this deck, this card came out. So it's encouraging people who have jobs to, if you have an interest or you're looking, again, to build a spiritual business or a business in general, while you work that full-time job and you're working that side or part-time job so that you can build that up to eventually get to a point where you can quit that job, your full-time, if that's what you want to do, and fully rely on what you've been moonlighting, what you've been doing. And what the angels are saying is you're being supported. So I feel like there are, again, a lot of people who are looking to, get out of the job that they're in, to make a change. And the angels are telling you that if you're going to do something kind of part-time or on the side, to continue to do that, to build. So eventually you can just, transition into that career or job or that dream that you want to be able to fulfill. And just letting you know that it's all doable. I know a lot of people that are at a point where I just want to work for myself. I don't want to work in corporate anymore. I want to just work for myself. That's what this card is about. It's about you being supported in that energy so you can go do what you really want to do. Detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. This has really been a theme for, I'm going to say, quite a while. It lasts at least 3 to 6 months. This kind of messaging has been coming forward with a lot of my clients, with some of these readings that I've done on our weekly readings. Detox your friendships is really about taking inventory on what's going on around you. Sometimes we get in situations with our friendships and we're so accustomed and used to being in those friendships, we can't imagine not being with that person or having those people in your life, that we get stuck and stagnant. And in some ways, that friendship kind of blocks us from moving forward because maybe it's not a healthy relationship. Now, the card says detox your friendships. That can also mean family. It can also pertain to marriages with your spouse. Are you looking to shift out of a relationship? Have you been in a marriage that's like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm not happy. I'm not being my authentic self. These are cards that really talk about you thinking about detoxing what it is that no longer serves you, clearing that space, clearing that energy. Now, am I telling you to go out and get divorced? No. But what I am telling you to do is to be honest with yourself about how you feel about your current relationships. If there's been issues for a really long period of time, maybe it's time to make some adjustments, whether that's seeking counseling or therapy, whatever that looks like for you. The other thing too is when we're in certain relationships that are drama-filled or, again, are not healthy and serving our highest good, it's like the universe is waiting for us to figure that out so that the gates open, we can move forward, and then things start rolling in for us again. We see some more of those abundance things happening because we raise our vibration by being able to shed those relationships. And that's the bottom line. So it's very interesting. I like these cards. I think they're very positive, but very good at reminding us that, while we live here in this dimension, in the 3D, we have responsibilities as humans. We have to pay bills and take care of families and pay our rent and mortgages and cars and all this stuff. So it doesn't have to be a hard process because we can manifest anything that we want in our lives. But we're being reminded to save our money. When we do that, we feel more comfortable. If you're not in a position to do that right now, you will be. So be patient, and that's the goal that you want to go towards, where you can get to a point where you can put a little money away so that you can save, and that was the message that was coming through earlier that escaped, so that came back. And then the moonlighting. Follow your dream. If you have another job or you have another passion and you can go do that on a part-time basis, that's what I did. I worked a corporate job for over 20 years. I worked part-time doing readings and Reiki for many years till I got to a point where I could say I can quit and do this full time and provide in a way that I've been able to provide for my family up until this point. And so anybody can do that. If I can do it, trust me, anybody can do it. And detox your friendships. Prune your friendship trees. Go through and see, and usually it's just like if this relationship went away, I would be okay with that. I wouldn't really miss it. It's more kind of stress and trouble than what I'm getting out of the relationship. It's okay to walk away. It absolutely is. Sometimes that happens organically for us. Other times we have to have a conversation. Typically, I know in my experiences, it tends to just kind of happen organically, people kind of coming in and out of your life. But ask God and the angels for help if you do need help with any of this stuff, and they'll be there for you. So good messages. Again, if you are interested in setting up an angel card reading with me, you can reach me at milwaukeemedium@gmail.com. My website is milwaukeemedium.com. I hope to have the new site up and running here soon, within the next week. And as always, I do readings. I'm here for you if you have questions. I'm happy to help in any way that I can. But again, if you can tune in tomorrow for the live angel card readings, I'd love to have you on the live. It'll be exciting to see how many people join. And again, it's in that full moon energy, so I really think things will be flowing very nicely tomorrow evening for those messages. So have a fantastic week. I would like to also real quick wish my husband a happy birthday, which is Sunday the 10th. And that's our 17th year wedding anniversary because we got married on his birthday. So kind of a big weekend for us. What are we doing? Not much. After 17 years, it's like whatever. And we're using this card. We're saving our money. So at any rate, have a great week. Again, happy birthday and happy anniversary to my husband, Jim. And blessings to all of you. And I look forward to talking with you hopefully tomorrow night and seeing you again next week. Take care. MilwaukeeMedium.com. Stacie Tatera. Take care. Bye.